Alex maneuvered his aging Toyota Vios through the congested streets of Manila. The city was alive with the sounds of engines revving, horns blaring, and the occasional shout from a frustrated driver. It was a typical day in the bustling metropolis, where traffic jams were as common as the humid air that clung to everything. The humid air hung heavy, thick with exhaust fumes and the incessant honking of jeepneys. The pollution was palpable, a constant reminder of the environmental cost of daily commutes. It was a struggle to breathe, and the noise was relentless, adding to the stress of navigating through the crowded streets. I relied on my trusty but aging vehicle to make a living. It had been with me through thick and thin, a reliable companion in the chaotic urban landscape. But as the years went by, the cost of keeping it running smoothly began to weigh heavily on my mind. Every day I faced the same worries: rising fuel prices, costly maintenance, and the environmental impact of my gas guzzler. The price of gasoline seemed to climb higher with each passing week, and the frequent visits to the mechanic were draining my savings. The guilt of contributing to the city's pollution was always at the back of my mind. Lately I've been hearing whispers of a revolution on the roads, electric vehicles or EVs. Friends and colleagues spoke of their benefits, and I couldn't help but be curious. Could these sleek modern machines really be the future of transportation? I saw a few sleek Tesla models gliding silently through the city, a stark contrast to the noisy, polluting vehicles around them. The idea intrigued me. The thought of driving a car that didn't contribute to the smog and noise was appealing. It seemed almost too good to be true. Could an EV be the answer to my problems? I wondered if making the switch could alleviate my financial burdens and help me breathe easier, both literally and figuratively. The prospect of a quieter, cleaner ride was tempting. I had heard about the potential cost savings: no more expensive gasoline, just cheap electricity. The idea of plugging in my car at night and waking up to a full charge was appealing. It seemed like a practical solution to my daily struggles with fuel costs. I also knew EVs were better for the environment, emitting zero tailpipe emissions. The thought of contributing to a cleaner city was a powerful motivator. It felt like a way to make a positive impact on the world around me. But the initial cost of an EV was daunting, and I wasn't sure about the availability of charging stations. The price tags on these new vehicles were intimidating, and I worried about finding places to charge them, especially in a city like Manila. Torn between the familiar but costly present and the uncertain but promising future, I found myself at a crossroads. The decision was not an easy one. It required careful consideration of my finances, my needs, and my values. The decision, I knew, would not just impact my livelihood but also shape my contribution to a cleaner, greener Philippines. It was a choice that could define my future and the legacy I wanted to leave behind. The call of the electric road was strong, and I felt it pulling me towards a new beginning.
The allure of EVs extends beyond individual benefits like cost savings for drivers like Alex. For many Filipinos, the shift to electric vehicles represents a significant step towards a more sustainable lifestyle. They represent a paradigm shift towards a more sustainable and economically viable transportation sector in the Philippines. This shift is not just about the vehicles themselves, but about creating a cleaner, greener future for everyone.
The environmental benefits are undeniable. With the reduction of harmful emissions, cities like Manila can look forward to clearer skies and healthier living conditions. EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, directly combating the growing problem of air pollution in cities like Manila. This is crucial for improving the quality of life in urban areas. This leads to improved air quality, benefiting public health and reducing respiratory illnesses. Cleaner air means fewer health problems, which translates to a healthier population overall.
The economic advantages are also compelling. Lower fuel costs and reduced maintenance expenses make EVs a smart financial choice for many families. The Philippines is heavily dependent on imported fossil fuels, which leaves the country vulnerable to price fluctuations in the global market. This dependency can strain the economy and affect the cost of living. EVs offer a pathway to energy independence, utilizing domestically generated electricity, much of which can be sourced from renewable resources. This shift can help stabilize the economy and promote sustainable growth.
Moreover, the Philippine government has recognized the transformative potential of EVs. They see it as a key component in their strategy to modernize the transportation sector and is actively encouraging their adoption. This includes building the necessary infrastructure to support EVs, such as charging stations. Incentives such as tax breaks, subsidies, and prioritized registration are being implemented to make EVs more accessible to Filipinos. These measures aim to accelerate the transition to a more sustainable future.
Despite the allure of a cleaner, greener future, significant roadblocks hinder the widespread adoption of EVs in the Philippines. Addressing these challenges is crucial to realizing the full potential of the electric revolution.
One of the most significant hurdles is the high upfront cost of EVs. While government incentives help, the initial investment remains a barrier for many Filipinos, especially in a price-sensitive market. Another challenge is the lack of a robust charging infrastructure. While charging stations are slowly emerging in urban areas, their availability remains limited, particularly in rural regions. Range anxiety, the fear of running out of charge, is a real concern for potential EV owners. Furthermore, the reliability of the electric grid poses a challenge. Power outages, a recurring issue in many parts of the country, raise concerns about the feasibility of relying solely on electricity for transportation.
Despite the challenges, the EV movement in the Philippines is steadily gaining momentum. Government targets coupled with growing consumer interest signal a promising future for electric mobility in the country.
According to data from the Department of Energy, EV sales have been steadily increasing year on year. While still a small percentage of total vehicle sales, the upward trend indicates growing awareness and acceptance of EVs. The DOE has set an ambitious target of having EVs account for 15% of total vehicle sales by 2030 and 50% by 2040. Achieving these goals will require a concerted effort from both the government and private sector.
Section 5. Paving the way, infrastructure and policy initiatives.
To achieve its ambitious EV adoption goals, the Philippines is actively developing supportive infrastructure and implementing favorable policies. The government is incentivizing private sector investments in charging infrastructure. Tax breaks, subsidies, and streamlined permitting processes are encouraging businesses to install charging stations across the country.
Policy initiatives, such as the Electric Vehicles and Charging Stations Act, provide a comprehensive framework for promoting EV adoption. The law mandates the establishment of dedicated EV lanes, priority parking, and other incentives for EV owners. Section 6. Powering the future. Renewable energy and EV integration. The true potential of EVs lies in their synergy with renewable energy sources. As the Philippines transitions towards a more sustainable energy mix, EVs will play a crucial role in decarbonizing the transportation sector.
The country is blessed with abundant renewable energy resources, particularly solar and wind. Integrating EVs into a grid powered by clean energy sources will significantly reduce the carbon footprint of transportation. Imagine a future where electric jeepneys, powered by solar charging stations, navigate the streets of Manila. Their silent operation a stark contrast to the noisy, polluting vehicles of the past. This vision of a sustainable future is within reach with the right investments and policy support.
Section 7. The price of progress. Addressing affordability concerns. While the long-term benefits of EVs are clear, addressing affordability concerns is paramount to ensuring equitable access to this transformative technology.
The government is exploring various financing models to make EVs more accessible to the average Filipino. These include low-interest loans, lease-to-own programs, and battery leasing options, which can significantly reduce the upfront cost of owning an EV. Furthermore, as the technology matures and economies of scale are achieved, the cost of EV batteries, a significant component of the overall price, is expected to decrease, making EVs more affordable over time.
Section 8. A shift in mindset. Overcoming skepticism and embracing change. Transitioning to a future dominated by EVs requires more than just infrastructure and policy changes. It necessitates a shift in mindset, a willingness to embrace new technologies and challenge the status quo.
Public awareness campaigns are crucial to dispel myths surrounding EVs, address range anxiety concerns, and highlight the environmental and economic benefits of electric mobility. Educational institutions can play a role in equipping future generations with the knowledge and skills required to thrive in an electrified transportation ecosystem.
Section 9. Alex's Choice, a spark of hope for a greener Philippines. After much deliberation, I decided to take the plunge. It wasn't an easy decision, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. The benefits of switching to an electric vehicle were too significant to ignore. I traded in my aging Vios for a brand new electric vehicle. The process was surprisingly smooth, and the dealership staff were very supportive, understanding my concerns and answering all my questions. It was a significant investment, but I was confident it was the right one for me and for the future of my city. Driving my new EV felt like stepping into the future with its advanced features and eco-friendly technology. My daily commute is now a quieter, smoother experience. The absence of engine noise and the seamless acceleration make every journey more enjoyable and stress-free. I no longer dread the rising cost of fuel and take pride in knowing I'm doing my part to reduce air pollution. Charging my EV is convenient and cost-effective, and I feel a sense of responsibility towards the environment. I've even become an unofficial EV ambassador, answering questions from curious passengers and encouraging fellow drivers to consider making the switch. Sharing my positive experiences has sparked interest and enthusiasm among my friends and family. My story is a testament to the transformative potential of EVs. The shift to electric vehicles is not just about personal benefits, it's about contributing to a larger movement towards sustainability. As the Philippines continues its electric journey, stories like mine will become increasingly common, paving the way for a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future for all Filipinos. The road ahead is promising, and I am proud to be part of this change.